Hello, I'm Void, and welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. This game has been on my radar for probably about a year now, if not longer, and I just bought it recently in the autumn sale. So I figured I would give it a go. I'm not doing this on Twitch because I don't really remember much about this game. In that I've never played it before, and don't remember why it made my wish list in the first place. So in any case, we're gonna give this a go. I don't know how long we're gonna play it, but should be all good. Why don't we? Do we skip the? No, I'm not. I'm not an asshole. I'm gonna play the tutorial. I'm sorry if that's boring. What? Is that Korean? Language. English, please. Alright, reboot. Let's go. Alright. Tutorial. So this is a Korean game, apparently. Did not know that. Management. Okay. So there's 3 tutorials, apparently. Okay. We got a nice... Alright. Hello, manager. Welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. Starting today, you are responsible for managing the abnormalities we have and ensuring that we meet the daily energy quota. So this is sort of SCP meets Fallout Shelter. Okay. Let's try a simple maneuver. When you hover your mouse over an agent, some information about them will be shown in the top right corner. Please try selecting an agent by pressing the primary mouse button, left mouse button. Okay. Let's see. What do we got here? We've got one day in the control team, timid. Her name is Courtney. She's a newbie. She's got a standard riot stick. Red. I don't know what that means. 4 to 6 damage, maybe. Standard uniform. And some more stats. Let's select her. Well done. The information displayed in the panel on the right is related to the selected agent. Some of this information is vital, such as their statistics and ego equipment. Ego is missing the last period. Please view the section in the manager's manual titled The Agents for more details about what this information means. Sure, we'll figure it out. The bar at the top left of the screen displays the amount of energy you need to collect to end the day. The top right corner lists what missions you are able to attempt today. Our company produces energy when a product called positive enkephalin, okay, PE in a green box is released by an abnormality. An abnormality generates PE boxes while it is being worked on. Please click on the containment unit holding an abnormality with the primary mouse button. Alright, so... since you have yet to unlock any information about this abnormality, you have no way of knowing how it will respond to the 4 different work types. In order to learn this information, an agent will need to perform a work with it. For now, please select the first work type available, Instinct Work. Okay, selecting. Instinct Work satiates an abnormality's physiological needs and desires. When an agent conducts instinct work, their fortitude will increase at the end of the day, raising their health points. Now please click on the agent. Okay. Each work you can request... Hello? Okay. Each work you can request your agents to perform with an abnormality will have... Yeah, okay. If your employee is not mentally ready, abnormalities may appear more frightening or disturbing to them, such as they may... God fucking damn it. Yeah, we're just sort of skipping all of this, apparently. 00000 is very sad Courtney has to leave soon. It seems that he wants to follow them. Okay. An abnormality's mood might change depending on the outcome of the work done with it. The outcome can be predicted based on the amount of PE boxes we obtained during the work process. An abnormality typically has 3 states of response: good, neutral, and bad. Depending on the outcome, it may use a special ability or attempt to escape. When the work process is completed, the PE boxes are collected. In addition to PE boxes that count towards the daily energy quota, each abnormality also produces a set of PE boxes unique to them. These PE boxes are stored and shown in the abnormality's unique PE box counter. These can be used to unlock more of an abnormality's information or to extract ego equipment. Okay. After work has been completed with an abnormality, you cannot send another agent to work with it for a short period of time until you can work with it again. You can send your agents to work with other abnormalities or let them heal up in the main room. Whenever the department regenerator gauge fills completely, employees in the main room will be healed. This will restore both their health and sanity. Okay. Courtney's going back to the main room. Let's try ordering an agent to work with a new method. First click on the agent with the primary mouse button. Now we use the secondary mouse button to click on the containment unit. Please be aware that you can accidentally deselect the agent during this process. We still don't know much about this abnormality, so please order the agent to perform insight work on it. With it. Insight work is a work to improve living conditions, ensuring containment units are in optimal condition. When an agent performs insight work, their prudence will increase at the end of the day, raising their sanity points. Alright. Agent en route. Okay. It likes people, is thinking about the center of the earth. You seem to have collected the sufficient number of this abnormality's PE boxes. It's time to learn about observation. Please press the nameplate displayed at the top of the containment unit. At the moment, it displays the subject number instead of the name. After unlocking the abnormality's basic information, the name will be displayed instead. This displays the current information we have on the abnormality. As you can see, we still have very little knowledge about it, as most of it is locked away. You'll need to spend some of the unique PE boxes we collected from the abnormality to gain specific information. Please try to unlock the basic information about the abnormality now. Details and tips concerning the management of the abnormality are displayed here. If there is something the abnormality dislikes, it can result in a decrease of its cliff-off counter and cause problems with the rest of our energy production. Please be sure you unlock and read the Abnormality Encyclopedias thoroughly. Now try to unlock this information. How the abnormality reacts to different work types is displayed here. The greater the preference for a certain work type, the more successful the work process will be. The number on the left indicates the virtue level an agent needs to perform that level of work. Please unlock all this information now. Okay. Instinct work list, high. Insight work list is high. Attachment work list is very high. And, okay, I didn't. It says common, it looks like. Continuing on, this area shows the maximum cliff-off counter of the abnormality. It will also inform you on whether an abnormality is capable of escaping, as well as its damage resistances when it does. Knowing what an abnormality is weak to will be crucial in handling any escape situations. Try to unlock this information now. Okay? So it's got a maximum maximum Q counter of 1. You have now maximized the observation level of this abnormality. When you fully unlock a section of the encyclopedia, the observation level of the abnormality will increase. This will provide additional benefits when working with the abnormality, such as increased work speed or success rate. Almost done, guys. Once the observation level reaches a certain point, the extraction and production of ego equipment from the abnormality will become available at the cost of its unique PE boxes. Ego weapons are powerful tools that can help with the suppression of abnormalities. Please extract one now. Well done, Manager. Here you can view what ego gifts the abnormality may present to an agent. If this information is unlocked, each time an agent finishes the work process with the abnormality, they will have the possibility of receiving the ego gift displayed here. Please note that the chances of this occurring tend to be rather slim. Lastly, let us take a look at the abnormalities observation records. Please click on the text Abnormality Story. An abnormality in the shape of a training dummy used to train up-and-coming managers. Okay. Rumor has it this abnormality was chosen to be used for training as it is the most docile and tame of any that we have extracted. It's called Training Dummy Rabbit, but it doesn't seem to enjoy carrots. It likes people. If it escapes, it is merely following the employee as they leave its containment unit. In this section of the encyclopedia, you can read through the observation records of the abnormality. New lines will be added as your observation level increases. Now then, it seems we've reviewed everything. Please please exit the window by clicking on Close. Okay, I'm getting it so far. Now that you have unlocked the basic information, some of it is displayed at the top of the containment unit. Furthermore, we have unlocked the list of its favored works. We now know that the abnormality prefers attachment work. Let's try out ordering an agent to perform attachment work with it. Please click on the abnormalities containment unit. We want attachment. Additional parts of the basic information are displayed in this window as well, which can be useful to a new manager. Why don't you try ordering an agent to perform attachment work? There is one last thing I should warn you about. Each time an agent enters a containment unit to work with an abnormality, the Q meltdown gauge will fill by 1 tick. When the gauge fills completely, a Q meltdown will occur throughout the facility. The number on the right part of the gauge indicates the number of containment units that will be affected. Affected containment units will receive a meltdown alarm and will have an alert around them. When a Q meltdown occurs, the containment unit will have a timer displayed alongside an alarm on top. The timer will slowly drop until it reaches 0. However, the meltdown can be resolved by performing works with the abnormality whose containment units are affected. If the meltdown is not dismissed within the time limit, a portion of energy that we have collected will be lost, and the Q counter of the containment unit will immediately drop to 0. Please try to prevent this from happening. You can find more detailed information about this in the Work Count Penalties section of the Manager's Manual. Each time a Q meltdown occurs in the facility, the meltdown level increases. The higher the meltdown level, the more containment units that will undergo the Q meltdown. Do not auto-advance this shit. I'm trying to... You can't... I'm doing my best to respect the tutorial that you have taken time to create, because this is a fairly deep game. You're not making it easy to respect when you skip text that I've only started to read. This is, you know, pretty basic stuff. God, okay. Look it up in the manual. Okay. F1 is the key for the manual. Yeah, finish the workday. Alright. Status values increased along with the work types they performed. After these values pass a certain point, their corresponding virtue level will increase. Okay. Cool. They can be promoted. You will also receive Lob as a reward for your hard work in accordance with your management ranking. You can ensure a high rank by keeping more of your agents alive at the end of the day. The higher your ranking, the more Lob you will receive. However, if there is any abnormality loose when you choose to complete the workday, you will lose some of the Lob you would have otherwise earned. You can view which missions you managed to successfully complete throughout the day here. Anytime you clear a mission, you will be able to conduct research in the department it came from at the start of the next day. Okay. Once management has been finished, you can elect to advance to the next day or retry the current day. Dead agents and lost ego equipment will be recovered if you decide to retry. However, you will also lose any abnormality observations. Yeah, you're restarting. Finally, please click on the button to skip to the next day. From there, I will instruct you on deployment. Yes. I guess. Oh, jeez. Okay. I really wish I could turn down this music, to be honest. I should have done that first. When a mission is successfully completed, you will be able to conduct a research project. The proposals for our department's various research projects are displayed at the start of each day during deployment. To select a research project, click and drag it to the open slot at the lower right, then click Proceed to confirm your choice. Please try this with this example proposal. Come on. Please proceed with the selected research. Okay. Do you recall how you were rewarded Lob for your skill during management? You can see the total amount of Lob you have garnered here. For this part of my instruction, I'll show you how to spend some of your Lob to hire new agents and how to deploy them. What the fuck is Lob? Seriously. Let's begin by hiring some new agents. Try pressing Hire. Here you can view the information and appearance of your soon-to-be new hire. You can adjust their virtues by clicking on the arrows next to each one. If, for example, you desired to hire an agent with more HP, you could increase their fortitude. Let's try doing that now. As you increase the virtue levels of an agent before hiring them, the amount of Lob required will increase as well. The higher the values, the more Lob they will cost. You may need to consider thoroughly how much Lob you are willing to spend on just one agent, as well as how much you will have afterwards before finalizing your decision. Okay? Once you've finished adjusting your new agent to how you want them to be, you can then press the Hire button to finalize the procedure. Please do so now. How much Lob do I have? Where is that listed? We've got 1 Lob point. Alright, the agent you were customizing has just been hired. How about we take a look at their information again? Please click on the agent. Yoon-hoo. Just like we viewed their information during management, the information about your agents will be displayed here just the same. If you think your agent could utilize some strengthening in one of their virtues, you can do so by fortifying them. Please click on the Strengthen Employee button. Exactly as we adjusted the virtues during hiring, you can adjust them here by pressing the arrows next to each one. Please remember that as stated prior, it will cost additional Lob to do so. Try adjusting Prudence by 1 Lob. Now to finish the fortification, please press Confirm. It seems your new employee is ready to be deployed, so let's click and drag over to the control team. Well done. Now to give them some equipment. We extracted some ego equipment from the Abnormality. You can give that to your employees. Alright, ego list. Currently displayed is the list of available ego weapons and their information. Now click on one of your agents in the list to the right to select them. So you want Yoon Hu. Now assign an ego weapon to your selected agent by clicking on one of the empty slots. We have, what, teeth? We have teeth. What? Oh, Teth. God, I'm fucking blind. Okay. I want to see the details. Okay. Yeah, let's equip that. Cool. Continuing on, let us take a look at the list of available ego suits. Please click on the ego suit tab. Yep, click on an empty slot. Okay, now we change their costume. Please take a moment to test equipping other employees with both ego weapons and ego suits. Okay, London. Let's go you, and then Loki. Let's go you and you. Okay, we should head back to the deployment screen. It appears there is a mission awaiting you for today. It is not necessary to clear every mission you have immediately, but it is recommended to handle them soon so that you will be able to conduct research the following day. One last thing, if you have any further questions involving the management process or deployment, you can always review the manual by clicking this button on top. The manual can also be opened at any time by pressing the F1 key. Next, I will briefly explain to you how to deal with emergency situations that may arise while you are managing the abnormalities. When you are ready, please begin the next day of management. Okay, good. We're almost done, and we're only at 22 minutes. Jesus Christ. Allow me to explain how a manager should deal with emergency situations. The number displayed here is the Q counter. It will decrease if you happen to violate the managerial guidelines shown in the Abnormalities Encyclopedia or fail to avert a Q meltdown in time. Yep. So now you must be wondering what happens when the Q counter drops to 0, no? Shall we find out? Please select the containment unit and order an agent to perform repression work. Okay. And let's go... Alyssa, who is just an entirely different employee than the one we just hired. None of these people are the same. Alright, so we've got an employee headed to the containment cell. Yep. Did that work? That seemed to have worked. No. Okay. Has escaped its containment unit. What are... Oh, okay. Because this one just tries to follow people out of the cage. They will either escape or use a special ability. Such things can lead to rather inconvenient situations. This particular abnormality happens to escape. Our agents cannot work with it while it is escaping, so we need to suppress it. Please click on the escaped abnormality. Abnormalities can inflict 4 different damage types: red, which decreases health; white, which decreases sanity; black, which decreases both HP and sanity; and pale? What? Okay. Which decreases health by a percentage based on the target's maximum HP. Agents equipped with Ego can also utilize one of these 4 damage types. Furthermore, abnormalities have a set of defenses for these damage types. Some forms of attack may be weak, while others could be fatal. You can suppress an abnormality more effectively when your agents attack using the damage types an abnormality is weak against. Okay, so we need... what damage type is that? Is that white? Red, white, black, and pale, apparently. This abnormality deals red damage and is weak to white damage. How convenient that our agents are all equipped with ego suits which resist red and ego weapons that deal white. One other thing. Damn, this track is actually good. One other thing, if an agent is using an ego weapon whose grade is higher than the abnormality's risk level, example, Teth is greater than Zayan, they will deal more damage to the abnormality and take less damage as well. In our current situation, the ego's grade and the abnormality's risk level are the same. Teth equals Teth, so this does not apply. Okay. When the suppression UI is on display, you can take note of what ego each agent has equipped with before sending them into combat. Hovering your mouse over an agent will also allow you to check up on their defenses. Now, please click on an agent to begin suppressing our escaped abnormality. Okay. It's over here. What is this? Where is it? It's not the main image, but just this sliver here. The black box, I guess? No? That's fucking weird. Okay. Order suppression. Coming face to face with an abnormality, especially so when it is on the loose, can be quite shocking and frightening for your employees. Just like when an agent enters a containment unit, they may receive fear damage if the risk level of the abnormality is high while the agent's level is low. It will cause a heavier strain on their mind and lower a portion of their sanity points. Okay. Okay. Is that the Teth weapon? What the fuck? It appears that this abnormality is a bit too strong for just one agent to suppress. This is a good time to remind you that if an agent dies, the ego they were assigned will be lost as well. Now let's order the rest of the employees to help suppress this abnormality. Please select the other two agents by clicking and dragging on them with the primary mouse button. Oh, okay. Let's do that. Cool. And then next, click on the abnormality with the secondary mouse button to immediately order them to suppress it. Please be aware that you can accidentally deselect the agent during this process. It is much safer, easier as well, to give your orders when you pause. You can pause the flow of time by pressing the icon at the lower left or by pressing down on the spacebar of your keyboard. Okay. Why are these people just sort of running around? Who are they? They're not guards. Are you the accountant? Did we just kill it? No! Suppression doesn't mean kill. You've done well handling this situation. Let's move our employees back to the main room of their department. Please select them all by clicking and dragging with the primary mouse button. With them selected, use the secondary mouse button to click on the main room. It's important to note that you can also use what you've learned here to have them wait on standby in other locations such as hallways and other departments. Okay. Whoa, what was that? What? I saw my dead colleague yesterday. We had a nice dinner and coffee together. He seemed to be doing just fine. I might visit him soon. What? When an employee's sanity falls to 0, they will panic. A panicked employee will show different behaviors depending on their highest virtue. If you wish to learn more about this, please refer to the section Employee Panic in the Manager's Manual. Now, please click on the currently panicking employee with the primary mouse button. Can be recovered from their panic when their SP is restored completely to 100%. SP can also be restored with white or black ego weapons. Conveniently, all of our current agents are equipped with ego that deal light damage. Please select all available agents and order them to suppress the panicked employee. So should we be beating up those guys as well? What the fuck? Okay. That was excellent, truly well done. If you ever happen to fall into a situation you would wish to redo, such as turning back time to avoid the death of an agent, you can do so by pressing escape and clicking the rewind to memory repository button, or by clicking retry. When you choose memory repository, you can go back to the most recent imprinted day. Retry, on the other hand, will restart at the back of the current day's deployment. Okay. Lastly, let's call all our agents back to the main room of their department. You can, of course, do this by selecting them all and manually moving them with a secondary mouse button. However, there's an even easier manner. Next to the regenerator gauge of each department is a recall button. Okay. You can use this button to summon all your agents back to their respective home department's main room. Please try doing so. Alright, cool. This concludes our basic manager training and education. If any questions or concerns happen to cross your mind while you're on the job, you can always refer to the manual by pressing F1 or by opening it from the escape menu. Lastly, there will be 2 tooltips that appear if you mouse over the various interfaces. And wait a moment, I wish you good luck and lasting health at Lobotomy Corporation Manager. Well, we've been going for a half an hour now, so despite doing just the tutorial, I think, going to call it here. I don't know how to feel about this quite yet. I really like what they're going for, but I'm not sold on the execution. I think an SCP style management game is a really cool idea. I think it could probably be better if it was actually SCP rather than off-brand SCP. I know there's like some copyright stuff you got to go through to use SCP, but you know, as long as you're not merchandising, I think you can sell games. As long as the assets you make are available to the public as well, I think is how it works. Anyways, this seems cool. I do wonder if it could be better executed. You know, I'm thinking like facility management and like I don't know. I think I'm glad to see games like this. I think I will give it a go in another video. That being said, I'm holding out. I'm gonna withhold my opinion for now because I want to see where this goes. It could be really good. It's very in depth. If those tutorials were anything to go by, I think the issue that I am foreseeing is that what makes or breaks this type of game is the intrigue of the anomalies or abnormalities, as they call them here. So if they fail to produce interesting anomalies, then the game's not going to be very fun. Frankly, I'm not super keen on the whole like using anomalies to produce specific like weapon and equipment and armor equipment stuff. I also think it would be interesting if we could have multiple classes of employees. You know, run it more like a business or like like a scientific endeavor rather than a prison. You know, you gain reputation and try and take on more difficult anomalies to um, expand your facility, and I don't know. I think there could be more to do with this than what has been demonstrated to me so far. Um, that being said, I have been talking a lot. I'm definitely I'm need a bit of a break before I jump back into this, but I will be coming back to this for at least one more video. Um, thank you to the makers of Lobotomy Corporation, and thank you, viewers, for watching. If you made it this far, please like, comment, and/or subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And I hope to see you next time. Have a nice day. Bye!